Well, welcome to the Wesley show today. We have a special show for you because it's in honor of Palm Sunday that's coming up on Sunday. Uh, this, of course, is a special day for believers as it begins our Holy Week, the most sacred week, looking towards the crucifixion of Jesus and, of course, his resurrection. But I'm very excited to have with us a good friend, Henry Kenley.
Oh, thank you for having me, Wesley. It's an honor to be on the show.
Well, thank you for joining us. Henry's going to help us with something I'm pretty excited about. It's a project, and he's going to be teaching us how to make a palm frond into a cross. Marjorie, do you have the palm frond? Well, yes, here you go. Henry? I mean, what are we going to do about the fact that the palm frond isn't actually a palm frond?
Well, yes, as you can see that this is actually a bit of wrapping paper. But in times like these, we have to come up with creative solutions. So I think we're just gonna have to go ahead and do what we can do.
Okay, Marjorie, what happened exactly? I mean, this is kind of lame, for the Wesley show. I'm sorry, Wesley. I actually went to the church and I picked up the palm, but then I lost it somehow. And I thought this might work, and I like the idea of a creative solution in these times. Mm-hmm. So let's just go with what we have. Okay.
All right.
So what do we do?
All right. Well, so this is basically what we're working towards. It's not the prettiest, but again, we're doing what we can do. We're gonna fold this frond so that we can make the cross. The first thing you need to do if you have an actual palm frond is to split it. You kind of have the two halves. You want to actually split it, so you have just one of the two pieces. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. I'm going to fold it at a 90-degree angle. Do you know another name for 90-degree angle, Wesley?
No, that sounds kind of like, like a right-hand turn, kind of like...
Yeah, there you go, a right angle.
Right angle.
A right angle, and we're going to have it going behind, and then we're going to take this bottom part and fold it up. All right, so we have another right angle there. And after we fold it up, we're just going to keep and turn the whole thing over. And we're going to fold it up again. And then we're going to fold this part behind.
So you're kind of making a box. Is that what you're doing there in the center?
Yeah, we're making this little box in the center.
Okay.
And you'll see now that there's this little flap. And so the final step of making this little box is we're going to take this piece and push it through and pull.
Oh, I love that part. I love that part when you pull it through.
Pull it through. There you go. And now we have this nice little box in between our two fronds. Okay, so now we're going to make the arms of the cross. So I have this little pocket out in front of me.
I can see the pocket.
Yeah.
Can you show them the pocket there?
Yeah, out in front here.
Yeah.
So we're going to take this side. Now normally your palm frond won't have tape on the back, but again, we're doing what we can do. And you're going to push it through to make one of the arms. And you can just you'll be able to change the length once you finish it. So, if you're worried about how far should I go, well, you can kind of figure that out. And then you'll take this other side and fold it back in to make the other arm. And so now you can see this one's a little bit shorter, so I can just pull it through a bit more. So that
Looks like it's probably a little harder to do it with the wrapping paper. Is it more difficult, do you think?
We don't need to make comparative statements. I think we're all going to do the best we can do. All right, so now we have the arms of our cross. And now this part is actually going to be the top of the cross. And this part, so often you'll have the bottom of the palm frond will be nice and thick, so you might have to use your scissors and carefully trim the corners so that it can fit back up. I might have to do that. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do a little trimming.
So that's important, to be careful with the scissors because they can be sharp, Don't want accidents.
Absolutely. All right, so I've trimmed, and now I'm gonna tuck it up inside. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. You can make sure that you're tucking it on the right side because you'll have that same pocket. So I'll tuck it up there, pull it through. And I have the top of my cross. And this is upside down. And now for the bottom, I will then tuck it back up in behind that piece. And it kind of goes up in here to hide the bottom. And I'll fold it. And there we go.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Henry, for that explanation. And I hope you all will take your palm fronds and attempt to make a cross. Just a few words, Henry. I think we won't get into the symbolism of the cross today.
Okay.
But just a few words about what were the palm branches? What were they about? Do you know? In when Jesus was coming in and they were throwing palms at the bottom of in front of that donkey.
Well, I've been asked to bring my specialty in arts and crafts, but you actually have a wonderful reverend sitting next to you who is educated on these types of things.
Well, what I understand about the palms was it's what you would put before a king. And when the people put the palm branches in front of Jesus and he was riding into Jerusalem on a donkey, and believe it or not, when kings came into their cities, they came on donkeys. It was a sign of the peacefulness of the times. They didn't come in on a war horse or something. That would have shown that they weren't really the true king. They were still in contention, but they're coming in on a donkey. It means they come in peace as the true king. And Jesus, of course, is our true king. And that is why he made that entrance into Jerusalem and why those who recognized him threw palm branches at his feet. Well, I really enjoyed this demonstration. Thank you for your quick thinking, Henry, with the situation at hand. And I wish you all a blessed Palm Sunday and Holy Week. And I will be seeing you during Holy Week. Also just want to give a shout out. We will be doing a children's service on Good Friday, and I hope you'll be able to join us for that.